because the idea here is really to share with you those latest capabilities that we announced recently, and all is around sales, as Angelique had mentioned. So first, to start, the idea of this content was really to help you to start with the sales extensibility, the sales agent extensibility. I don't know how much you know about the sales agent extensibility, but if I can summarize, if you knew Copilot for Sales or Viva Sales or Sales Copilot in the past, we love changing the names, but we pass by all those names. And today we call it the Sales in M365 Copilot. So we have the assistive experience, which is the left panel that you see in your Outlook, or the tool that can help you in your teams after the meetings to do the recap and help sellers in order to save the notes into their CRM. And we announced in December the chat experience, so the sales agent. So it's like the M365 Copilot that speaks sales, because we have got many feedback from many customers saying like M365 Copilot is great, but he doesn't know about my CRM data. And in December, we announced the sales agent, which connects to your Salesforce or your Dynamics 365 CRMs. And for sure, after that, and which is the normal story, was like, okay, so now we have the sales agent that speaks. We have the chat experience that knows about my CRM data, but it's not enough, because I need to connect it to my ServiceNow. I need it to know about my emails. I need it to know about the web, and so which means we started the extensibility story. And to simplify the life and to not only give you the links, we have built this content that you can see in the AKMS /sales extensibility. I will put later the link in the chat, or I know Angelique knows about it as well, so we can synchronize to put it and share it with you, with doing a global overview about how to explore if we have a need about extending the sales agent. How can we start? Some examples on the scenarios that we have seen, and we are enriching these. So in case you get a scenario, please let us know how you can build it, how you can work on the adoption on it, and how as an admin you can manage this area. So this is how the story have started. So you have now why we are here today with this. And as I mentioned earlier, like we have two experiences. We have the assistive experience and the chat experience. And today the focus will be only on the chat experience, where we will bring some custom skills that we will build using Copilot Studio, or you can also use the Pro Code approach as well, if you prefer to build your agents with your Visual Code. So the idea is that our seller, so he is using whether any M365 app. I don't know if you have noticed recently that all of our M365 Copilot apps has now the same experience, and you can access to the sales agent with the same experience. And also we can add this in Dynamics 365 Sales. So from there, you can use the same sales agent, where if you ask, summarize my opportunity, you will get the same skills triggered and used. So like that, you get the same results. Because one of the major feedbacks was like, when I'm using the Copilot that is inside Dynamics, trying to summarize, I'm not getting the same format as when I'm using it from the M365 apps, from Teams or from M365 Copilot, for example. Please let me know if you are not seeing what I'm talking about. I can move directly to my test instance and show you there directly, and not forget about the slides. So it's really as you want. Well, we have put some screenshots here, so we can go from the screenshots. But if you prefer, like using a live demo, we can switch this. So here is one of the examples that I shared earlier. Was we have the sales agent, so you can list your opportunities, list your accounts, and the ask was to give it access to the web, because I'm a seller. I know what are my accounts, so I can list all of my accounts. But it's super important for me to get what is happening from the web for every account. So I want the sales agent, when I list my accounts or accounts that I need to focus on, I need a new column to tell me what are the latest public news. So like that, I'm updated about my account. And when I speak to my customers, I'm getting the latest news that are published in the web. I saw a small comment that it's better if we go to a live demo. It's been a long time. I didn't open it because I was off recently, but I will we can try a little bit because it's always better with demos. Uh, just when I know we're short in time, or maybe this time if I cannot make it quickly, we can make it work for the next time. It will be a reason for me to come back, Angelique.
We would love to have you back, but Charles, I think we could maybe have a handful more minutes, maybe up to 5 more minutes. What do you think? I think people would enjoy the demo.
Yeah, I think so. If it's okay with Fortunato.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I got it already, so I can show you what I was referring to. So yeah, here is the sales agent that you can see, that you should already see if you have the sales the sales apps installed in your tenant. And I'll give it a little bit time to load. This experience that you can see here with the list of agents, now you can have it as well in Dynamics 365. So like that, as a seller, you are not lost. You have the same experience wherever you go. And this is what we can extend. What's the latest news around my around? I'm doing it randomly because it is shared tenant, so I don't know if okay, so I will show you later in the settings why it's not working, because we have shared tenant and maybe one of my colleagues have removed this, but I will go back to this later. The idea was just to show you the experience in Teams, and if you want a deep dive session with the demo or let's build an agent together, I will be really more than happy to come back in this call and share again with you this. So we have some other examples, like the sales agent by default doesn't connect to your SharePoint. So if you have some data in your SharePoint, he doesn't know about it. And sometimes you want to mix the information that you have in your repository that contains the market strategy, for example, for this fiscal year, and you want to map and ask, what for all of my accounts, tell me which ones I want to focus on based on what was shared for our next year's strategy plan. And with doing the extensibility, you can let your SharePoint, you can create a SharePoint assistant, for example, and let your sales agent know about this SharePoint repository and answer with your data CRM mixed with your SharePoint data as well. And here is another example that I got as well from a customer, which is ServiceNow, because they use ServiceNow for their tickets, and they want to sometimes to get before going to see their customers, they just say like, okay, I'm gonna meet with Microsoft France. Can you please tell me if there are any ServiceNow tickets related, because I need to be prepared about what's going on in terms of open tickets for them and critical ones. And the sales agent, so as you can see here, it's the sales agent that got the information from the ServiceNow assistant, which was a sub-agent that I have created that connects to the ServiceNow using the connector, and we retrieve the data directly from there. So the idea is that we don't want the seller to open different apps to get the information he needs. So the easy way is to make the sales agent as the entry point for him and extend it and add the data there. So like that, he can just focus on selling and not really on opening different apps and getting the data from there. We have put the details here. I know we'll not have time to get deeper on every step, but the idea, things that we want really to stress them, because we have worked with many customers on this, and we put all of our learned lessons here. The first point is, if you want to extend, don't hesitate to ask your sellers or your customers, what do you want to do exactly? Because frequently we get requests like, I want to extend the sales agent, or I want to build an agent. Yes, but what? For what? Do we have a connector? What's really the use case that you are doing here? Because probably the answer is that you need to use the assistive experience, or the answer is that that's already in M365 Copilot. And so we need to get deeper to understand what's the scenario. For example, the ServiceNow is really a fair ask, and there is a scenario that I will be adding this week in this document. So I will be updating and adding more slides. Was the sales agent today doesn't know about my emails, and in my emails I have a lot of information important that I need to share with to know about when I'm preparing or when I'm asking the sales chat and trying to get informations. And for that, so we will be adding this, which is a super fair ask. So we have created the declarative agent with that we gave access to our emails and then connected to the sales chat. And now from the sales chat, they can interact with the CRM data plus the Outlook informations as well. So it's all about, the first thing is really to challenge the need in order to scope it correctly and set the expectations in the right way. Because it depends also if the connector is available, if it's not available, who will be build it, how we will be building it, who will be maintaining it, etc. So it's always easier when the connector is here for sure. The second step is to design the solution, because I've seen many scenarios where people just like, okay, let me bring Copilot Studio and start. Okay. So the answer is always like, let's wait, let's design it a little bit. Let's try to put really the clear expectations, define really what the agent will do. Will we do in one agent or two? So depends on really the need of the customer. Here, for example, what we have built with some examples was the market strategy, and what we aligned that, okay, we need access to the strategy of the year, and it's in a folder, and we need to give access to the web. So both we were aligned on what we are going to build. One super important point is, you will hear a lot about it for the sales agent. The sales agent, when you want to extend it, we always need to create a declarative agent and not a custom engine agent that you can create directly when going to Copilot Studio in the create. What this means, so we have different ways to create. So if you are using the Pro code, so you are using the toolkit, and you can just type create a new agent and select the type declarative agent. That the tricky way where we found that sometimes it's a bit confusing for people is when we want to create it from the Copilot Studio. From the Copilot Studio, when you go to agents and click directly on the create, this one, we will not be able to extend the sales agent with it. In order to be able to extend the sales agent, you need to go to agents, go to M365 Copilot agent that you see here, and inside the M365 Copilot, you have the add button, and here it's the agent that you will be able to build in order to then connect it to your sales agent. And why I'm referring to this, because that's, I think, the most frequent issue that I saw in the in all of the tests. It's because at the end of the story, you will build something. So you will build the integration that you want, the custom skills, let's say, and then you will need to come to this admin page that you see here and connect your agent. And frequently, people build those agents, finalize the build, and then they say like, okay, when I come here and I search for it, I don't find it. And the answer is because it's not a declarative agent. So it needs to be declarative agents so that you can see it here. So here, for example, you can see all of my tests, ServiceNow, market strategy, an email helper, which has access to my emails. And in case you don't see it, then the first quick check is this. The other quick check that people around me love giving it is always to say, like, when you open your agent that you created, do you see topics or not? Because today in declarative agents, you don't have topics. So if you see the topics tab, today, then maybe it's not a declarative agent and you cannot really do the extensibility with it. So it's just a quick tips that you can get in case you go the direction to create it with Copilot Studio. And for sure, the Pro Code, you have much more flexibility and it's also possible. Here you have like different steps that we follow to build the market strategy, for example, one where we have enabled the web, how we did to enable the web, how we did to add the knowledge. If you are familiar with the Microsoft Copilot Studio, this will be really a super easy step. And then we have the steps in order to publish it, because this agent needs to be published and needs to be published by your administrator. So here we have submitted the request to the administrator to publish it. And then the admin went to the admin center in order to publish this agent that we have submitted, the market strategy analyst. And after that, the step will be to connect those two. So we have built our sub agent that knows about the SharePoint and the web, and then we need now to connect it to the sales agent. We have two ways to connect. So we try to simplify and put all the pros and cons for the two methods. But in order to clarify like what are the two methods, when we call connected agents, it means you have your agent here, the custom agent that you have built, and you built your skills. So you have the SharePoint knowledge, custom tools, etc. And we have our first-party capabilities. So we connect to it. We will use the same agent that you have published and sound the request there in order to be processed. And in case in the future you publish a V2, V3 for this agent, then we will just leverage it because we just know the name and we will go to the skill, trigger it, and get the response. However, if you use the custom tools and knowledge, this means that your agent, you have built it, but at the time that you are as an admin, you connect it, then we will just copy your skills in our first-party agent capabilities. Which means if tomorrow you update and you have a new version, then you will need to reconnect that again because we will not consider the newest version because we just did a copy and we created in our manifest file. So it's a small detail, but don't hesitate. It's super important because there are pros and cons for every method. Don't hesitate to have a deep look before deciding whether you want to do a connected agent or custom agents. Because if I summarize again the steps, you will get the need, clarify the need, then design your agent, build your declarative agent, and then once it's ready as a standalone agent, we will connect it to the connected agent. So whether we use the connected agent or custom tools, depending on the customer preference, what they want, what they can handle as the in the pros and cons of each method. Do you have any questions? I will put a little bit because I think I told a lot and just wanna take a few time to take the questions. I see that we have some in the chat, but I will. Yes, for sure. The slides are already available. If you just put aks.ms/sales extensibility, the slides are there. We update them well, frequently, let's say. Whenever I get a scenario from one of my customers and I test it, I publish it there. So like that, it will be it will have a wider impact and you will all know about it. And what I wanted to check, I know we still have just a few minutes. Yes, in the test, don't hesitate always in your test to see the source. And here, for example, it's something that I always use with my customers. I tell them like, here it's the sales agent and is answering what's the strategy plan. I'm sure now if you all go to your sales agent and ask what's the strategy plan for fiscal year or something in your SharePoint, you will just get the classic response. I'm only designed to answer the sales relative questions and I cannot answer these. But when you do this extensibility and connect it to your SharePoint, then you will be able to see the source of your SharePoint. And here is a prompt that I love as well, like what I need to focus on prioritize my accounts or opportunities based on the strategy plan for this year, or based on what you know on the on my SharePoint, or based on the information on the web about those accounts, because maybe some public informations have been shared around your account will trigger the fact that you need to contact your customer, or you need to go and look for a new opportunity with your customers. As we said, we are always updating this document. Now for the adoption, we are looking for how we can shape this. And the first thing we did is to leverage the AKMS Sales Copilot Tip Time. I don't know if you know about it, but this one is a content that we have published. We started publishing it 3 years ago, and we keep always updating it on monthly basis. So we have a set of prompts on how to help the seller to start with using the sales agent, how to build the graph with your sales agent, how to build the prompt, and we will continue to enrich it as we add the extensibility as well in the other document. It's already a huge document. This is why we made the decision to make it 2 separate files. So we have one only for the extensibility and one only for the adoption. And here is a quick overview about, as an admin, what you can manage. So you can see the agent, you can see what are the agents connected there, what are the custom tools and knowledge that you have there, and to whom this is available, the extensibility that you have done to whom is available, etc. So you have plenty of options then as an admin to restrict or not the access and the data and tools used there. So it's mainly basically for awareness, because it's more for admins, and I know for some customers we have some approvals and security checks before being able to publish this. It went a little bit super fast, but if you want, I'm really happy to come back in the next couple of weeks. I don't know if it's a monthly or weekly call, but anytime I'm happy to come back. And what we can do by that time, we can maybe create a very small sample of a pro code agent, or maybe someone come with a scenario and we try to do it together. So please feel free to share with Charles and Angie